throwers in
We are
Valorant.
not here to win, I'm so
Oh
sorry.
my god, bro.
Oh, hell no,
What?
man. What the
Guys, sorry.
If you have played Valorant Ranked for some time, you will definitely be familiar with them. Now today I'm going to be doing a full-length video on the types of throwers, the reason they throw, how you should deal with them if they get in your game, and how Riot should deal with them, so stay tuned. First type of thrower. The crypto thrower. Now, there was a huge crypto thrower scandal in the beginning of 2023, right around the time I actually started this YouTube channel, so I didn't even cover it. But basically, people would bet on streamers' ranked games and whether they would lose or not so they can get a bag from it. The problem became really big when these throwers actually realized they could go into the streamers' games and just throw them for some easy cash. Riot could have fixed this by simply shutting down the sites, but that's about it for the crypto throwers. Second type of thrower, the crybaby. The crybaby thrower either had a teammate crash out on him so he decided to throw, or something in the game didn't go their way so they saw throwing as the ultimate solution. They are too sensitive with a weak mental, and honestly the best solution is to please them. I lost the VOD, but I had a game on Icebox with the throwing harbor, and essentially I just needed to motivate him and babysit him for the next 4 rounds for him to start playing again, but hey, he stopped throwing. Another exhibit of this type of thrower is the guys that throw because you forgot to drop them a gun, didn't drop them a skin, and etc. It's very dependent on the situation and type of personality the crybaby thrower has, but usually it's best to either remind them that they're just wasting their time or start pleasing them so you can actually win the game if possible. Third type of thrower, the botter. Usually these guys are in lower elos, iron and potentially bronze. They throw games either because they want to smurf on that account in iron later, or they want to sell the account to people who will smurf in iron. Final type of thrower is a combination between the botter and the crybaby. Something happened in their career, or they just became washed in their own ranks, so they decided to throw games so they can smurf in that lower elo they throw to. Breach is throw queuing with his duo in plat, but then you actually realize that this guy used to be ascendant. A look at his tracker a few days later, you can see that he's somewhat trying to play in gold, but in my game that he threw in, I asked him a couple of times on why he threw, and he just said that he wants to de-rank. So I guess he was partially right. But I mean, there are a couple of funny clips from that game. For example, here the Raze, who is the duo of the thrower and tries to tell obviously fake comms to my duo.
To your right, man.
Spike planted.
Ale brat. Brat, колко е бавен, няма начин.
Now that we discussed the 4 main types of throwers, I want to discuss on the ways Riot can deal with them so they don't ruin future games, and on how you should deal with them too. First of all, I want to talk about the block feature, which I discussed in another video, but it turns out that no matter how much restrictions you put on it, the players will still find a way to abuse it. The other thing though, which is more doable, is when a person receives a number of reports, they get manually reviewed by a person deciding whether they should get banned or not. I'd even say a community review feature would be a pretty nice addition. Basically, once you reach some level in Valorant, you can choose to actually review Valorant reports and decide whether they are fair or not for some kind of small reward. I'd even say that feature would be pretty fun for content creators since they could stream reviewing reports, and in my opinion, that would be pretty entertaining once the replay system gets added. Now let's talk about how you can deal with the throwers. I'd say the best thing to do is first see what the type of thrower is, and based on that either please them or just mute them and try to play for kills. I know it's hard because I do get really tilted when a thrower enters my game, and I do want to remind them that there's an activity called filling a job application, but I've just been trying to mute them and play for kills, so I can at least lose the least amount of rank rating. Now, if they're the annoying type of guy where they body block you and are annoying overall, I'd say just leave, because I can't deal with these guys and it's better for your mental to just distance yourself from that type of guy. Let me know how do you deal with throwers and how do you think Riot should deal with them. Subscribe if you like Valorant content, but anyways, I'll see you around and goodbye.